Hi there. I'm really glad you're here. Welcome to Thinklish, easy English for curious minds. My name's Matthew, and in today's episode, I'd like to take you through a regular day in my life. Not a perfect day, not a busy day, just a normal one. Why? Because sometimes the best way to learn English is by hearing how people talk about everyday things, not just news or big ideas. Real life happens in the small routines. That's where language lives. So make a cup of tea, sit back, or just let this play while you walk, tidy up, or rest your eyes. And if you enjoy this kind of slow English, I hope you'll support the channel. Leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't yet. All right, let's start. Morning, starting without rush. I usually wake up around 6:45 or 7 a.m. I don't use a loud alarm. My phone vibrates quietly on the nightstand. Most days, I don't jump up. I lie in bed for a few minutes. I listen to the sounds outside. I take a few deep breaths. Sometimes I check my phone, but I try not to open any apps right away. If I press snooze, it's once, not more. I've learned that dragging out the morning doesn't really help me feel better. That's a phrase we use. Drag out means to make something last longer than it should. Like, I dragged out my morning and ended up rushing anyway. When I get out of bed, the first thing I do is drink water, just a glass, nothing fancy, but it helps me wake up. Then I head to the bathroom. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and if I'm going to work in person that day, I shave and put myself together a bit. If it's a work from home day, I keep it simple, clean, and comfortable. Breakfast. My favorite time. I always eat breakfast. Always. It gives structure to the morning. Sometimes I make eggs with vegetables. Other times I just toast some bread and have it with nut butter or avocado. If I have leftovers, I heat them up. I'm not strict about what counts as breakfast. While I eat, I usually sit by the window. I watch the light change. I check the weather. I try not to open email yet. Not until I've eaten. That moment, before the day starts pulling at you, is quiet. I protect it. Do you eat breakfast too? Or do you run out the door with a coffee and a snack? I'd love to hear about your mornings. Share in the comments if you like. Working from home versus office. Now my job is partially remote. Most of the time, I work from home, and I really appreciate that freedom, but it's not completely flexible. There are certain days when I need to go into the office. Or sometimes, if there's an important meeting, team workshop, or anything that needs to happen in person, I make sure I'm there. Working from home and working from the office feel very different. When I'm home, I can go at my own pace. I light a candle, choose the background music, and take short breaks when I need them. But it's also easier to get sidetracked. Sometimes I catch myself doing laundry between tasks or scrolling for too long. When I go into the office, I wake up earlier, shave, dress properly, pack lunch if I'm organized. There's more structure. I interact with coworkers, we chat during coffee breaks, and the rhythm is faster. Some days I like being around people. It gives me energy. Other days, I miss the quiet of home. To be honest, I don't prefer one over the other. I think I need both. Home gives me space. The office gives me focus. And somewhere between those two, I find balance. Work. Finding focus. I start work around 9 a.m. Sometimes that means commuting to the office. Other times, it means sitting down at my home desk with a cup of tea and opening my laptop. I always write a short list first. Just 3 things I want to finish that day. That helps me stay on track. That's another useful phrase. Stay on track means to stay focused and not get distracted. In the morning, I tackle tasks that need more thinking, writing, problem solving, reviewing documents. By the afternoon, my brain is a little slower, so I save emails or admin stuff for later. I take a proper lunch break most days. I leave my screen, even if it's just for 20 minutes. That break helps me reset, especially if I step outside for a few minutes and get some fresh air. Afternoon, moving slowly. In the afternoon, I often make another cup of tea or just stretch for a bit before jumping back into work. I try not to overschedule this part of the day. I've learned that pushing too hard at the wrong time just leads to burnout. I check in with coworkers, wrap up tasks, and by 5:30 or 6, I log off. That's a simple but powerful phrase. Log off means to shut down your work for the day, not just your computer, but also mentally. You're done. You step away. What about you? Do you work from home? Do you go into a workplace? Or maybe you're studying or looking after someone else. Whatever your days look like, you're doing a lot. That matters. Evening, shifting into rest. After work, I take things slow. Sometimes I go for a short walk. Other times, I stretch or do light exercise. Just enough to feel like I moved my body that day. Then I make dinner. I keep it simple. Rice, vegetables, maybe fish or tofu. Some days I cook from scratch. Other days, I heat up leftovers. I've stopped putting pressure on myself to make dinner perfect. It just needs to nourish me. After dinner, I clean the kitchen. Luckily, I have a dishwasher, so I load the dishwasher and wipe the counters. That little bit of order helps my mind feel clearer. Then I might read, or listen to music, or just sit. Winding down, finding stillness. Around 9:30, I start to slow everything down. I call this part of the day winding down. That means turning off bright lights, putting away the phone, letting the body know we're almost done. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and change into something soft. Sometimes I write in a journal, not pages and pages, just a few thoughts from the day. Sometimes I read a few pages of a book, something gentle, nothing intense. I'm usually in bed by 10:30 or 11. I turn off the lights, lie still, and let the day fade away. Vocabulary recap. Natural routine phrases. Let's go over some of the real English phrases we use today. Drag out, to make something last longer than needed. Example, I dragged out my morning and ended up rushing anyway. Stay on track, to keep focus and not get lost in distractions. Example, my to-do list helps me stay on track. Get some fresh air, to go outside for a short break. Example, I went out to get some fresh air after lunch. Log off, to stop working, both mentally and digitally. Example, I log off around 5:30 and don't check emails after that. Heat up leftovers, to reheat food from a previous meal. Example, I didn't cook, I just heated up some leftovers. Load the dishwasher, to place dirty dishes inside the dishwasher. Example, after dinner, I loaded the dishwasher and wiped the table. Move your body, to do light physical activity. Example, even a short walk helps me move my body after work. Wind down, to slowly prepare for rest. Example, I start winding down at 9:30 with soft lighting and quiet music. These are phrases native speakers use daily, and now you can too. Thank you for spending time with me today. Our routines may look different, but we all move through the same hours: waking, eating, working, resting. If this helped you feel calm or helped you learn something new, let me know in the comments. Tell me about your day. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Thinklish. There's more English coming your way. Slow, clear, and real. I'm Matthew, and this was Thinklish. See you soon.